Jim Moran will now come forward and address our graduating airmen. At this time, he also invites all ATC senior leaders to step forward and join him.
Good morning. I want everyone to take 1 second and just look at that beautiful flag behind me. What do you think? I'm very mindful that I'm the last thing between you and your new airmen, so I will keep my remarks brief, but allow me first to welcome and thank our families that are here. I'd like all the moms and the spouses who have one of these airmen out and behind me to stand up and let us applaud you. Please stand up, moms and spouses. I love the dads, but the moms are the ones that are responsible for this happening, right? The next group I'd like to recognize, if I could, is if there are any veterans, if there are soldiers, sailors, Marine, and airmen, please stand and be recognized. God bless you. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the leadership of the 37th Training Wing, the camerers, the fishers, and the lytics for what they do, our great chiefs for their phenomenal work, the flight commanders and the squadron commanders. Give them a round of applause. But the group that we really need to recognize today are those marvelous military trained instructors and first sergeants. Stand up if you're a TI or a first sergeant. Stand up and be recognized. Look at them. This young man standing next to me and his cohorts are the ones that have forever blazed into your sons and daughters' very core. Integrity first, service before self, and excellence in everything they will do for the rest of their lives. These folks behind me will never forget their military training instructors. They are the best NCOs we have in the entire United States Air Force. One more round of applause for them. Okay, so who are these hooligans standing on the side of me? These are the senior leaders, the commanders, and the command chiefs in Air Education and Training Command. Today, when your sons and daughters go to sleep, they'll have collectively 723 days of experience in our United States Air Force as airmen. Standing beside me are men and women that have 1,925 years of experience in our United States Air Force. They have spanned 4 decades, and in fact, several of these individuals have served in the last 5 decades in our United States Air Force. They are vehicle operators, they are pilots, they are maintainers, they are crew chiefs, they are medics, they are your commanders. They are the ones responsible for leading the 62,000 men and women in AETC. They have served in every conflict since Panama, Desert Storm, Southern Watch, Northern Watch, OEF, OIF, Libya. They have decorations that include the Distinguished Service Medal, Silver Stars, Distinguished Flying Crosses, Air Medals, Bronze Stars, Combat Action Medals, and yes, Purple Hearts. And today, there's nothing they will do more important this month than to be here to welcome our newest airmen into the United States Air Force. Would you give my commanders and command chiefs a round of applause? If I could, I want to talk to these airmen. I have 3 points for them. Number 1, congratulations. You should be very, very proud of what you have just accomplished these last 8 weeks. We are very proud of you, and I want to congratulate you and thank you for joining our Air Force. Number 2, we need you. Our nation needs you. Our Air Force needs you. You are our future, and you will lead us into the next 20 and 30 years. And number 3, I have a question and a challenge for you. Are you ready? Are you ready to join the ranks that was forged by men and women like Mitchell, like Doolittle, like Olds, like Red Irwin, like Pitzenbarger, like Levito, men like Lilly, ladies like Esther Blake, Sergeant Cunningham, Master Sergeant Fontaine, Chief Master Sergeant Tapia, and Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Cody. I ask you, are you ready? Are you ready to join the ranks of airmen that right now are launching, recovering, and flying combat in Afghanistan this very minute? Are you ready to join the ranks of our wonderful medics just across the base at Wilford Hall that are responsible for fixing and healing our wounded soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen? Are you ready? Are you ready to carry on this great legacy that has been forged for well over the last 100 years in our United States Air Force? Are you ready to join the ranks of the greatest airmen in the world? I ask you, yes or no? Would everyone join with me as we do the oath of office with these great airmen?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. General Rand will now administer the oath of enlistment.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I obey the orders of the President of the United States. And the orders of the officers appointed over me. According to regulation. In the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Welcome to the greatest Air Force in the world.
Thank you, General Rand. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed and remain in place for the departure of our official party. I am an American airman.
I am a warrior. I am answering my nation's call. I am an American airman. My mission is to fly high and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American airman, guardian of freedom and justice. My nation's sword and shield, its century and measure. I defend my country with my life. I am an American airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter, and I will never not fail.
Thank you. Please be seated.